Hollywood celebrities are back at it. First, they tried to get Hillary Clinton elected. Then they tried to flip the Electoral College against the free and fair election of Donald Trump. And now, despite the outcome, Tinseltown is still going after President-elect Trump in a new video. Let's take a listen.
Dear members of Congress.
Dear members of Congress.
Dear members of Congress.
Dear members of Congress.
I'm mad.
Flabbergasted.
Furious.
Concerned for my children.
I'm worried for everyone.
You represent us in Congress.
You are our last line of defense.
So here's what we ask of our elected officials. No, here's what we demand.
We need you, and we expect you to have our backs.
To protect our civil liberties and to use your congressional powers
To obstruct.
Obstruct, defeat, anything.
Anything
that violates our core values as diverse Americans.
Signed,
The majority.
the majority.
The majority.
The majority.
The majority.
The majority
of the American people.
With me now, race pimping author and KJRadio.com host. He's Kevin Jackson. So basically, what's racist about getting rid of laws that are really hurting job growth, or what's racist about creating more manufacturing jobs? That's what Trump wants to do, right?
Right. These Hollywood weirdos are incredible. It's incredible to watch them. They want to continue the narrative. If you look at it, it was essentially a Hillary Clinton post-election commercial trying to paint Trump as being a racist and a misogynist and all these other things. And it's ridiculous. And what's funny is, given enough time, Liz, I think these people are going to be demanding to see Barack Obama's grades in college and his resume as a president, because Trump has been more effective in the last few weeks as president-elect as Barack Obama's been in 8 years. And you've just named a couple of things that have happened that make Trump effective. And I'll tell you, the one that's probably most important, that speaks to the things that they were talking about, because they didn't talk about anything economic. They talked about all these social issues. Donald Trump's tweet to Rahm Emanuel.
But what's wrong about pushing back on social issues if they're concerned about it? I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
If they were pushing back on social issues that were true, it might make a difference. What they're pushing back on are themselves. Think about it this way, Liz. In Hollywood, you can be the most discriminatory you want. I can say, Liz, you're too fat, you're too ugly, you're too black, and you can do nothing. You leave the casting office in tears, and nothing happens. But in the real world, where Donald Trump and most Americans live, you can't do that. When he created 800 jobs, or whatever the number was for Carrier, he didn't say, are these white jobs or black jobs, or are they going to go to women, or are they going to go to whom? He created jobs.
He brought them back. Or made them here, yeah. Yeah, I hear you.
Well, the fact is that they were created because they were gone. They were going away. And the difference between what Barack Obama does, which says, in theory, I created jobs because nobody's looking anymore. Donald Trump tells you, I'm bringing these jobs in, and here's where you can find them. That's the difference between liberalism and conservatism. But I want to go back to this other point. What Donald Trump did with Rahm Emanuel was real. 762 people were killed last year in Chicago. 80% of them were gang-related, and Rahm Emanuel says to his populace, take it to the alley. He does nothing. So if they should be making a video,
what does that
how
mean?
about they go to Baltimore?
I'm sorry, what does that mean, take it to the alley? And by the way, a lot of African Americans and black people and teens, children were killed in Chicago. Go ahead, Kevin. What does that mean, take it to the alley?
When there was a young man shot, a father who was in a gang, a 12-year-old kid got shot, and Rahm Emanuel did a heartfelt interview saying, don't shoot our kids. You gang members, take it to the alley. He didn't even offer a solution. He didn't say, hey, let's go and solve the gang problem in Chicago by looking for economic and financial means to get these young men back to work and things like this. He told them, take it to the alley. Go ahead and kill yourselves. I don't care about you. Just don't kill the kids, because politically it doesn't look very good for me if you do.
All right.
So how about that tweet? You know, Hollywood should be talking about the things that Trump's really doing to address these issues and not this nonsense.
Kevin Jackson, always terrific. We love having you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Liz.